when Jesus came to earth, did he have to shun his glory? Of course he did. It was garbed. How do we know this? We get the Transfiguration on the Mount, right? And so notice they wanted to build them their tabernacle immediately, just to worship. And Jesus begins to transfigure, because prior to it says, there'll be some of you standing here, shall not taste death until you see the Son of God come in all his glory. So the next chapter, Christ takes Peter, James, and John up into the mountain, and he transfigures before them. And what they see is Moses and Elijah and Jesus, right? Moses shows up, who is a representation in Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16 and 17 of the dead in Christ that will rise, that will be part of the kingdom. And then Elijah, which will be remain those which are alive and remain, will be part of the kingdom. And Jesus, in his glory, will be part of the kingdom. But what Jesus happens, he starts to transfigure, and they fell down, what does it say? As if they were dead. But then he comes back a little bit. He gives them just a little glimpse, just a little foretaste. In their sin, they would have been wiped out. So in his mercy, I'm going to give you a little bit, just a little bit so you could see. What you see in the Old Testament is the angel showed up. He shows up as an angel. He garbs. When angels show up, sometimes they show up as man, and they garb. When Gabriel shows up on the rock and Jesus' resurrection, the entire battalion, the army there, they crashed, didn't they? One little angel showed up. Oh, little old Gabriel. But he didn't garb his glory, did he? No. So that's the difference. The difference is when they veil his glory. A lot of times when you notice in the New Testament, when Gabriel shows up sometimes, he shows up to veil too. Shows up to veil. Okay, the two cherubims that are on the mercy seat, and their wings would spread. What are they doing? They're veiling the glory of God. That's what they're doing. They're veiling the glory. So when he shows up for humanity, he does that. Let me give you incidents.